Alright, now it's time to install your oil filter and put your oil cap back on the drain, and then refill your engine with oil. First thing you want to do is go to your auto parts store. I got this at a local hardware auto parts store. It's a John Deere equivalent. If you want the number, it's called a Wix filter. The part number is 57035. The guy told me it was a pretty common part to replace the John Deere AM125424C John Deere oil filters. There's a comparison side by side. Oh, there we go. There's the numbers on the Wix and on the John Deere. So a little trick, if you don't know it, on these oil filters is to take your new oil and wet your finger with it and rub down this rubber seal. You never want to install a dry seal. Just make sure it gets all in there. Rub it around both sides. Take your rag and clean up the surface where your new seal is going to meet. Some of the dirty oil out of there too. And just screw it on, and when you screw it on, make sure your hands are don't have any oil on them so you can get full grip on this thing. By the way, this is a Kohler 23 horsepower. It's called a Command 23, and it's on the John Deere LT130. It's a 2004 model, I believe. I just put this on hand tight. It won't leak. The instructions say put it on until it touches and then do a 3/4 of a turn. That's what it says on the oil filter. So you want to be able to get it off by hand later too, so don't kill it or don't dent it. That feels about right to me. Right there. Okay. Now all you do is take your oil cap. You're probably going to want to change these oil seals too, but that's a John Deere part and I didn't have that. There's a little O-ring on the end of this cap. Yeah, I didn't go to the dealership, so I couldn't get the ring. They don't stock this. I guess you could find an equivalent, but it wasn't torn or anything, so I just didn't worry about it. Give it a quick wipe down to get all the oil out of it. The dirty oil, that is. And then pop it on, and it's a twist. I'll show you up close right here. Here's a close-up on the instructions for the oil filter. Basically says wipe down the surface, lubricate the seal. Step 3 is to turn it on until it touches. Step 4, and then turn it another 3/4 of a turn, and recycle your old one. It says don't puncture it too. And then here's the twist lock mechanism for that oil seal. So as you can see, when I did this, I spilled some oil, so you want to make sure to wipe this down. Maybe even use some cleaner if you can. You want this to be free of oil, or else it'll just pile up dirt and you just don't want oil all over your engine. So I cleaned under the filter pretty good. Clean off underneath here too. Anywhere you could have spilled oil. Alright, now we're going to fill it up. So the John Deere manual for this tractor says it takes 2 quarts or 1.9 liters. I have the manual, but you can also check out tractordata.com. It's a pretty good resource. And I'm just using Wolf's Head Super Duty 10 weight 40. The manual says you can run 10 weight 40, 10 weight 30, and 5 weight 30. Depending on your temperature of where you plan on running it. Oh, I'm spilling. Should get a funnel. I ended up putting in about a quart and let's see, I probably left a little less than a quarter of a quart left. So when I did that, it hit the fill line. Make sure you check your oil. Yep, we're good. And start it up and let it run for a bit, and then check it again and add some more oil if it's necessary. So